Oh yeah, Black Sun in the Hizzle, all for shizzle bizzle. We got an excellent one here today. Got an excellent show here today, and even I didn't know this information. God damn. All I can say is, Donald Trump, what else you got up your sleeve, brother? Y'all looking at this video saying, what are y'all talking about? Donald Trump financially supported the Black Panther chapter in New York City, that being Harlem. Back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. How many white people, not now, I mean, during the period of the late 70s, early 80s, supported the Black Panther Party? Like, how many of y'all know actual white people that actually supported Black Panther Party? Well, it's out. Wow. Again, I'm on the West Coast, y'all. I'm on the West Coast. The East Coast is a wholly different beast. You're talking about, I mean, nowadays you got so many factions of Black Panthers. You got the Huey P. Newton Gun Club. You got the West Coast Riders. You got, uh, who else you got? You got the Black Liberation Army. You got so many factions now, but you had beginning factions. I want to say in the let's say early 70s. I'm actually 73. I'm actually born in 73. But yeah, they dug up an OG, man, OG from the New York chapter. Again, when I was cut up, you had two different chapters. You had not only East Coast West chapter, but you had chapters in the South. Texas. But I say that to say this: you have the OG on the East Coast. Oh, hold on, y'all, man. This dude need to come on with this goddamn. I ain't tripping, man. You got this OG on the East Coast, one of the leaders of the East Coast chapter in Harlem, coming out and saying, "Yeah, man, Trump was not only a racist, but no, he helped fund us." And so, which now brings me to the second part of this video. When Donald Trump or anybody usually supports an organization, and I can say this for like the Shrine of the Black Madonna, I can say this for like a lot of organizations. A lot of times people will come and investigate before they enter, and they usually will sit in on something, and they will usually converse and have a conversation and get the whole depth meaning. He just don't throw money, but actually, yeah. So this guy dealt with Trump. So I say that to say this pretty much kills the whole Trump is racist narrative. Is done, man. I don't know how long Trump's been sitting on that or how long that's been sat on, but yeah, it's out today. So yeah, he supported. But it kills the whole Trump is racist narrative. Now, for some people like myself, being a black person or any black people supporting the Black Panther Party would work against us because we would be looked at as being anti-white or racist. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say, like, if I ran for office, or if anybody else black ran for office, and known that we contributed to the Black Panther Party, that would be a detriment to a black person per se. I would say trying to get white votes, but for a person like Trump, who they're trying to say that he's anti-black, they're trying to say this. That's dead. They no longer can come out and say, "Oh, he's racist, this, that, and oh, the Central Park Five, and oh, the black tenants and all that." Yeah, man. We hear you. We hear you. That whole racist thing is dead. And now, why do I bring up race again? After so many attempts by the Democratic Party, we had Joy Reid going after Byron Donalds, and you have Al Sharpton going after Al Sharpton also going after Byron Donalds um, with this whole Jim Crow thing, because um, let's just keep it straight. Let's just keep it real 100, man. The Democratic Party is the party of Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger, who infiltrated the black churches in the 1950s, 60s, um, was implementing the whole eugenics plan uh, for the less desirables to have less children. And this brought about a whole new paradigm in the black church. Now, we know the Democratic Party, their bridge foundation, their whole foundation, what they bridge sit on, is the black church. Um, but that's kind of wailing away now, especially here in Atlanta. You got black churches now because, black churches are very concerned with money. The money is the concern, and money is very important. And by there being black people saying, hey, you know, things financially, because black people, I guess the Democrats think we as a people are dumb when it comes to finances, and we're not. But what I'm say that to say this is that um, and Judge Joe Brown, y'all check out Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown made a very I didn't know he was a Democrat. He said reason he explained why he was no longer a Democrat, and he said because the Democratic Party once upon a time, not now, but once upon a time, so nobody don't do no sound bites of me saying this, was the party of the working class. That no longer being the case because for black men, for the working class, the working class goal was to have a family, have a house, have cars, maybe have a dog, and better yourself, and to have goals and aspirations. That being the goal of the worker, and I assume that for every other worker, whether you be Hispanic or white, male, that, and then not only that, but the family was also the goal, to get married and have a wife. Well, the Democratic Party, as of late, and this is what Judge Brown says, and I agree with Judge Joe Brown, was that the Democratic Party is anti-nuclear family. Because they're anti-nuclear family, that goes against the goals of the working class male. Okay. Now, Judge Joe Brown pointed this out, and I didn't know. He said that if you look at the Democratic Party, they exalt the black woman and turn the black woman against the black male, but they don't do that to white men or Asian men or Hispanic men. And I was like, oh, Judge Joe Brown got a point there because I never really looked at the other relationships outside of the black relationship. The most that I ever looked out outside of the relationship of black men and black women was, of course, interracial relationships, meaning like, you know, black men and other races of women or black women and other races of men. That was the furthest, but I never really engaged in, like, let's just say, an Indian couple, Hispanic couple, or white couple, because I was just looking at it as like, okay, well, my role as a black man with a black woman, or my role as a black man with a non-black woman. So that's the extent that I looked at it as either black relationship or interracial, meaning black and an interracial relationship. So I never really looked at if they really attacked. Now, I did make a video addressing the whole the John Cena thing, but because um, I've watched TV shows in black and white where white males in Hollywood would put on dresses and there was no big deal. It wasn't as of late when I want to call it Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence. Tyler Perry era. When they were going down, Tyler Perry was coming up, and black men were saying, "Look, man, Hollywood is trying to make us put on a dress, man, and it's degrading, it's effeminizing, blah blah blah, whatever, whatnot." You know what I'm saying? And I understand the cry. My thing is, uh, me coming up, the way I understood it, if they had a role for you, they pay you for the role. If you didn't want to do the role, then cool. But these men were claiming, your Cat Williams, your Terrence Howards, and whatnot were complaining like, no, we would get blackballed if we didn't put on the dress. If we don't put on the dress, we're blackballed. It wasn't, and they made it seem like there was no choice. Either you put this dress on or you don't get a role, you're blackballed. You're not working. And so when you take a group like the Black Panther Party, and you got somebody like Trump supporting that. So the Black Panther Party was, and it's funny because this whole thing of Jim Crow is coming up, and Joy Reid tried to demasculate the black male, which she knows nothing about the Deacons of Defense. She knows nothing about the Black Panther Party. She knows nothing about Robert F. Williams. She knows nothing about the whole wave of how the automatic shotgun was the black man's best friend, the black family's best friend. Like the man, white man had man's best friend as a dog. We had the automatic shotgun in the South. So yeah, Joy Reid was trying to take one story and out of a million stories and talk about, the black male, had to drown. And, she went into this whole trying to gaslight, but everybody saw right through it. We're seeing right through Joy Reid's gaslighting, and we're definitely seeing through Al Sharpton's gaslighting. Like, Al Sharpton, we get Joy Reid doing it, but you, come on, man, you are a veteran, and you're just too old for that now. You're too old, Al Sharpton, to be playing those kind of games. Um, I would expect them to now move away from the Al Sharptons and move on to like the Charlemagne the Gods. Charlemagne the God, I would say is a what? See, Gulliver. I've never seen you before, Gulliver. I've never seen you before. Oh, let's see. I'll be right back. So, um, yeah, I expect Charlemagne the God to be the new face of the shucking and jiving. I don't expect that. Yeah, he's not gonna make it. Yeah, man, this guy, though, there's some nigga shit right here. Damn, well, that's some nigga shit right there. This guy, this guy's trying to haul a load off with a damn flat tire. Boy, I tell you, only niggas, only niggas, boy. That's some nigga shit for you. Okay, so anywho, um, I say that to say this is that Al Sharpton. Oh, so you got Charlemagne the God being um, the new era of the Jesse Jackson, the new era of the, because Al Sharpton, man, you too old, man, and you're still witty, but it doesn't even like. But the thing is, we can see right through you, and it's better just let somebody like Charlemagne the God just. Um, or you know what? I can't even say Charlie because he doesn't even do it that good. But at least um, Joy Reid being a woman, um, I would say her being a woman would, I guess, be better suited for the role of the being the propaganda machine because it seems like when you got black women, they can tap into the emotions, of people. as opposed to trying to like Al Sharpton. No, bro, you too sharp to be playing that dumb shit. You're too sharp for the gaslighting, man. And for us to expect you to do the gaslighting, it's like we expect better of you, even though I don't agree with you, but we expect in your wisdom and your time here in the media, in the time, that you've been doing what you've been doing, man, you would be more engaging on the intellectual level as opposed to just gaslighting. So, man, leave the gaslighting for the Joy Reids. Leave it for I want to say Charlemagne the God, but really he's not. He's just like a whipping boy. Charlemagne the God is a whipping boy. And because he is a whipping boy, I, being a whipping boy is a different type of technique. It's an old technique, but it could be used for propaganda. And because Charlemagne's a whipping boy, we have this nature want to see somebody get whipped. And in that whipping, he can get his message across. It's an old Spanish technique. It's an old Spanish technique to use the whipping boy as a messenger. And Charlemagne is kind of like um, that degree of that tactic of proper propaganda per se. Like I said, it's an old 1800, 18th century, 16th century. It's an old technique. But and he's taken a lot of abuse, so he definitely fits the role. But somebody like again like Al Sharpton, you expect Al Sharpton to be the old wise man, the old voice of reason, and not necessarily agreeing with a certain type of view, but offering a discord, a reasonable, excuse me, I think we kind of expect Al Sharpton to be the opposing voice, but some rationale and reasoning behind it. So we're expecting the dialogue to be somewhat, if not agreeable, but understandable. At this part, we're understanding the playbook that the Democratic Party is using, and it's old and it's played out. The Democrats are desperate, and the it's time up for the whole race card thing, and they're playing the wrong race cards. The suit of cards they're playing are very low. They're using instead of jacks, aces, and queens, they're using they're using very low end cards. And I'm not even talking about aces. I'm talking about your two or three of clubs, your four of diamonds. They're using very low end cards. What's going on, Kelly Ray? What's going on? So yeah, I was just talking about the whole race angle, Kelly, that the Democrats are trying to use as far as like um, this playbook. And I don't know if I sent the video to you. There was a New York chapter, Kelly, out of New York, old school chapter. When I say, I'm not talking about new Black Panther parties, I'm talking about the last of the original Black Panthers. And the guy from the New York chapter saying, yeah, Trump supported us. I mean, I'm not talking about just support, like, yeah, we with you, brother. Like, no, actually, like, funding support. So, yeah, that was, I don't know how long that's been sat on, but yeah, I didn't even know about that. Like I said, I knew about the um, Trump with Michael Jackson, Trump with Oprah Winfrey, Trump with Flavor Flav, with Snoop Dogg, Trump with who else? Oprah Winfrey, I said that already. Al Sharpton, Trump with Al Sharpton, Trump with Jesse Jackson, and him funding Jesse Jackson. But now to come there, turn out, Trump funded the New York chapter of the old school Black Panther Party. I have to say old school Black Panther Party because I don't want y'all to get it confused with the new Black Panther Party. So yeah, he funded the old school Black Panther Party, the first wave Black Panther Party in New York. So again, I didn't know about this. I'm from the West Coast. So Kelly said that's such a played out approach for real, for real. Yeah, it's played out and it's becoming so bad. Kelly, I don't know. Kelly, do you watch Joy Reid? And I know that's insulting for me to ask you that, but I just have to ask you that. I know you know who she is, but do you, it's insulting for me to ask you, do you watch Joy Reid? Because it's like, man, I know you probably like, I don't watch that bullshit, but I'm just, so you are aware who she is. And I know you've seen, I don't know, because we talked briefly about it, of her trying to gaslight about the whole Jim Crow, Jim Crow, Jim Crow. Oh, Jim Crow. Oh, Byron Donald said Jim Crow 4 times. And I didn't know Jesse Jackson was on that same BS. But the gaslighting is so played out. It is so played out. Like, you see all the techniques. Like, Kelly says something so significant, and I didn't realize. She said we're in the age of the something, and it's funny because what she mentioned and what I learned about the Lunar New Year, it was similar. It's just the Chinese version. Like in China, this is the Chinese New Year. Is it the year of the dragon or the year of the tiger? No, this is the year of the dragon. And in the age of the dragon, things are revealed. Like they say things are going to be so plain and so like clear that it can't be denied. And them trying to gaslight and race base, it is so clear. Like Al Sharpton went in so low to say, well, Mr. Byron Donalds, you're married to a white woman, and I'm just like, wow, really? See, back in the day, that would have worked. Al Sharpton, back in the '80s, that shit would have worked. If you would have said back in the '80s with Byron Donalds, oh, you're married to a white woman. I'm thinking, yeah, that would have worked in the '80s, but you're talking in the age of like, unless you're some type of African purist, and I've talked about this before, everybody's family tree got white folks in it. Everybody, and I can't speak for Jamaicans, I can speak for Jamaicans. I can speak for Haitians too. I can't speak for like, oh no, I can speak for every black person in America. Fuck that. Even your African immigrants, because a lot of them are mixed. What I'm saying is that because the Nigerians, a lot of them got English blood. A lot of them cross mixed. A lot of your South Africans mixed during the Queen Victoria era. So come on, y'all, let's stop playing these games. So yeah, now you know we've come into the age of you can't even shake us with the whole Byron Donald's married to a white woman. Like that's not working no more. Okay, and so what's that got to do with the price of not only chi in China but the price of gasoline? What's that got to do with the price of groceries? And for you meat eaters out there, what's that got to do with the price of bacon? Because Trump, man, Trump is hurt right now. Trump is like, man, I can't even eat bacon. I can't even eat bacon. It's like every rally, I laugh at it because y'all keep saying, yeah, Trump says the same thing, but I laugh because Trump is a billionaire and he's complaining about the price of bacon. But you know something? Quiet as it kept, ever since Trump stopped eating bacon, he's lost a lot of weight. Black Lives Matter. That's right, Chad. Black Lives Matter. Oh, Chad is in the house, man. Well, there you go, Chad. So yeah, man, Black Lives Matter. Um, yeah, Trump is really hurt by that. As a billionaire, he is hurt by the price of bacon. So when he becomes president, he's going to do everything in his power to bring down gas, bring down mortgage rates, bring down property tax, just so he can have that bacon again. Because Trump is like losing his mind right now, not being able to have bacon. Like Trump, he savors the thought of eating bacon. And Bidenomics has took away the power of Trump to eat bacon. So yeah, shit. Trump is going to keep his word, and it's funny. Everybody say, "Oh no, Trump can't be in power because he wants revenge." And AOC said something that I was just like, get Trump elected? She said, everything Trump says he's going to do, he's going to do. Wait a minute. Wait. Kelly, hold on. Help me out, Kelly. Kelly, help me out. Why are the Democrats saying Trump, we don't need to elect Trump because Trump, everything say he's going to do, he's going to do? That makes me want to vote for Trump more. So you're not saying that Trump is a liar. You're not saying that Trump don't keep his promises. The Democrats' fight right now is Trump. We can't elect Trump because Trump says what he's going to do. He says what he's going to mean. Whatever Trump says he's going to do, he's going to do. That's your deterrent. That's your way of trying to convince us to not vote for Trump. When I was growing up, I'm 50 some years old. I was born in '73. Y'all figure it out. When candidates ran, we would say, no, that politician's lying. They say they're gonna do this, but they don't do that. But when Trump says, oh, Trump gonna do it, when he said he gonna do it, he gonna do it. Well, I come up in the age where that was the golden rule. Like, politicians said, well, I'm gonna do this. And we didn't believe them, but if they said, that was a chance that we would vote for that candidate. So now everybody's saying that Trump is gonna do exactly what he said he's gonna do. So that's supposed to stop me from voting for Trump? I guess I'm in a whole different generation because, yeah, that was when a person say they're going to do something, that was the reason to vote for him. When they say, no, that Trump said he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and Trump has been doing that. He's a man of his word. Well, that was the reason why we voted for a candidate when I was growing up. So you mean to tell me that because Trump said he's going to do what he's going to do, I shouldn't vote for him? So that means Hillary Clinton, you're in good hands because Trump says, I don't, he told Dr. Phil, I don't want to lock up Hillary Clinton. So, well, guess what? He said he wasn't going to lock up Hillary Clinton. He didn't lock up Hillary Clinton. We as Trump supporters wanted Hillary Clinton to be locked up. We as Trump supporters want to see the Epstein list. But again, Trump just said he want to make America great again. And success will be the greatest revenge, and he said that he will deport migrants. He said he will stop the war in Ukraine. He said he will get our economy back on and lower the gas prices, lower the price of bacon, and we're not supposed to vote for Trump? That's supposed to be a deterrent? Help me out, Kelly, because I'm having, maybe it's my age. Maybe I'm old. Maybe up means down and down means up. Because when I was growing up, we didn't believe when a politician said they're going to do A, B, and C. But that was to get your vote. Like, oh, Kelly, we promised to bring you low utility bills. And when I became president, your bills didn't go. You know what I'm saying? That was just a pitch. But now the opposite party's saying, no, Trump says when he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. Kelly said, your word is your bond. I don't know if that applies to politicians, though. No. Well, God, I'm glad you said that. That originated with politicians because politicians always said they were going to do A, B, and C, and they never did A, B, and C. But yet Trump come along, and oh no, every time Trump says he's going to do something, he does it. No, we're afraid. Oh my God, Trump is going to lock this up, which Trump never said he was going to lock up AOC. Trump never said he was going to lock up Hillary Clinton, as far as I remember. Now the crowd was always saying lock her up, but Trump never said he was going to lock up Hillary Clinton. Now he might have alluded to they should be locked up, but he never said I was going to lock them up, as a campaign promise. That was never a campaign promise. But I say that to say this, you guys, is that, oh, and check out Kelly's show, man. Me, Kelly, and Mo did a show yesterday. It was fire. Fire. And, we talked about the whole, conviction thing and how it's not having effect. And now people have to use a new narrative now because they really thought, okay, We convict Trump. This will be the narrative until election day. Well, if y'all been keeping up with Trump, the new narrative is no longer, oh, Trump is a convicted felon. That's just played out as, oh, Trump's a racist. That's more played out like Trump being a racist. No, Trump being convicted felon is more played out than Trump being a racist. So now it's Trump wants revenge. And the way we see it as Trump supporters, he should take revenge. He should. But you know, the views and opinions of that of Black Sun does not reflect that of Donald Trump or his supporters of MAGA. This is Black Sun saying that I'm saying he should take revenge. But you know, Trump said, but you know, Phil made a good point, and I guess they send Phil in to calm Trump down because they know Trump's going to win. Trump's going to win. Now, again, there's concerns. I'm not going to be naive and say there are no concerns about cheating. Again, let me say this to Kelly. Kelly, the reason why they were able to cheat because of what they did in Georgia. And I don't say that to be arrogant or anything, but Georgia played a major role in 22 and 2. Georgia's not going to be in play for the Democrats in 2024. It took Georgia for them to win. If it wasn't for the Georgia, they wouldn't have cheated the way they did. So now that, because you know, Pennsylvania is a true swing state, but Georgia was never a swing state. So Georgia is no longer in play. Like again, I'm warning people now, if you cheat during the election, during 2024, you will be caught and you will be persecuted. This has nothing to do with Trump. This is Georgia talking. Georgia is going to prosecute you. Georgia is going to put you in jail. Georgia is going to do you dirty. So I don't, and this ain't got nothing to do with Trump. You get caught cheating in Georgia, it's not going to be a good day for you. So that's just a friendly PSA to people thinking about trying to steal the election in 2024. So let me get back to, what up, Josh? What up, Josh? Good afternoon, Josh. Chad, Democrats are evil. Yes, they are. But see, the Democrats, they're just arrogant. They're arrogant. It's like, yo, and I think they're slow. It's like, what part of we're not buying the racist little, oh, Trump's a racist, we're not buying that. Oh, Trump's convicted felon, we're not buying that. It's like, and we do have an eye on this election, so I know this sounds naive, Kelly. I don't think they're going to cheat. At least it's not going to be enough cheating to overwhelm. It's going to be too big to rig. Because if you got smaller nations like Honduras and Nicaragua, who they said that overwhelming, like the world overwhelmingly, people on the right are winning. Trump is the next step, man. Trump is the last piece of the puzzle to this whole left wing, because the whole world has been so liberal and left wing, especially in South America. The pushback is so great. So again, you got new donors, which I talked about on Kelly Ray Show, new donors that never supported Donald Trump. Now, say this, as a Trump supporter, it's easier for me to vote for Trump than to donate money to Trump. I'm just keeping it real. I'm being honest. Again, I'm going to say this again. It's easier for me, and I think it's easier for other people to vote for Trump than it is to donate to Trump. Let me tell you, before I try to donate to Trump, I be thinking about a lot of things, man. I be thinking about this bill, that bill, this bill. This is due, that is due, that's due, this due. I own this, I voted for Trump. That's easy. But when I'm on a donation page, I'm a little hesitant because I'm thinking about other shit that I need to be, you know. And I'm not saying don't donate to Trump. If you got it, donate to Trump. If I got it, I'll donate to Trump. But I'm just saying, even when I got it, I am very hesitant. I am very, very hesitant to donate to Trump because of real life expenses. Because of my real life expenses, I'm just a little hesitant. And so, yeah, I say that to say this. If you got that type of money after he's being convicted and these are new donors, imagine how many people are going to vote for Trump. how many new voters you're going to have for Trump. Can y'all imagine that? Because again, let me ask y'all a question, and y'all put it in the chat. Are people most likely to donate or to vote? Which is easier? Which do you think, guys, is easier? Is it easier in this economy to donate to Trump, or is it easier to just vote for him? Kelly says, well, I think it's plausible to say that they gotta know people are watching heavily. Yeah. That is true. And but not only again, Kelly, are people watching heavily? Georgia said we are not having this again. We're not going to do this again because I don't know if you guys are able to see the hearings here in Georgia. Like they're talking about the voting machines, and Democrats and Republicans are not happy about these machines down here in Georgia. These voting machines and the audits and all that. Yeah, they're not happy, and so they are really teed off. They're really teed off. They're saying we got watermarks in the damn ballots. They're like the shit is really high tech. The only thing we don't have is voter ID, but everything else in place is high tech here in Georgia. We got water markings on the. It'd be better, Kelly, Josh, everybody in the chat. It would be better for you to counterfeit a $20 bill than counterfeit a ballot. You would probably have a better chance of counterfeiting a $20 bill than you would one of these ballots down here in Georgia. So all that stuffing, and they got a machine that does signature verification and all that. It is high tech here in Georgia. I'm assuming other states are going to follow suit. I'm assuming, I'm just going to make an assumption that other states are going to follow suit. But Georgia, our voting system is now high tech because of 2020 and what's been exposed. And so for every shenanigan, every goddamn hiccup, every glitch that happened in 2020, they got something to counter that in 2024. So unless they just outright cheating, which they're saying, look, if you get caught outright cheating, we're going to come see you. Meaning we're going to put the handcuffs on you, we're going to take you down to prison, we're going to take you to jail. It's going to be a felony. So all that stuff in ballots and pulling ballots from the drawers and all that, and we see you on camera doing that, Biden's not going to be able to protect you this time. Just putting it out there. Biden is not going to protect you this time. It's not going down. Whatever high-tech system y'all think y'all got. And one of the, let me say this again too. I don't know if you guys heard. It's just a little fun fact. I mean, I don't even know if it's significant to you guys. Y'all might find it significant. Y'all might not. I know Josh ain't going to be impressed by it, but in downtown San Francisco, you had people rooting for Trump, and you had a lot of donors in Trump. Trump raised a lot of money in San Francisco. Let me tell you, as a person from California, I'm from Los Angeles, Southern California, San Francisco is one of the most left-leaning cities I've ever been in, next to New York, New Jersey. San Francisco is the most, let me tell you how left-leaning it is. Like, you have gay couples, gay men, and they tighty-whities hugging on billboards. It don't get no more liberal than that. Let me say that again, because, yeah, it was a culture shock for me, and I'm from California. When I went to San Francisco to visit my daughters, there were billboards of gay men hugging each other with tighty-whities on. Like, this is the norm in San Francisco. It don't get no more liberal than that. But Trump went to San Francisco to raise money in the most left-leaning cities in the United States. It don't get no more left. If you know a city more, well, first of all, have y'all been to San Francisco? If you've been to San Francisco and you know a city more left-leaning than San Francisco, like I said, you got men in they tighty-whities hugging each other on billboards. I don't think you can see that anywhere in the United States but San Francisco. You literally got them hugging and, in they tighty-whities. billboards for kids and everything to see. Again, was a show culture shock for me. I'm like, I'm from California, and I ain't never seen no shit like that. But you know what people don't know is California. When you look at the map, it's mostly a red state, just like New York is mostly a red state, just like Illinois. Most of these states. Oh, and by the way, I want to do a show on a lot of these cities that are dominated by Democrats. A lot of these cities want to pass new legislations, man. They want to create new borders. They want to damn succeed from these blue cities, man. They're like, yo, these yellow blue enclaves don't represent the rest of the state. They do not. And I've said that a long time about Fulton County. I don't care how blue Fulton County is, it does not represent Georgia. But you know, I've done my video on that. You know, good luck with trying to damn have Biden take Georgia. Good luck with that, because he's not taking Georgia. I can guarantee that. Because one thing about Georgia is we love money here. We love money, 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 money in Georgia. So that's not happening. Like I said, the churches worship money more than they love Jesus. So Kelly said that's good news. Let's see. Okay, hey, shout out to Josh, man. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, so yeah, that's my thing, man. Trump has more videos up his sleeve. Um, whether he feels it's necessary to show that to people, because I don't know, people are not buying the whole Trump is a racist. We're not buying that. We damn sure not buying the whole convicted thing, convicted felon. I mean, you have Dr. Phil and his soccer mom housewife saying we would vote for a convicted felon. We ain't talking about sisters like Kelly. We ain't talking about white women like you, Kelly. We talking about soccer moms who watch Dr. Phil. You don't count, Kelly, because you're from the hood. So you're a different type of white woman. We ain't talking about you, Kelly. We talking about soccer moms saying that yes, we will vote for a convicted felon. It's different when you're a soccer mom, Kelly, and you know what I'm talking about. Because Kelly, she get real hood. She like, so what? You can take the felon, so what? They're not worried about you, Kelly. They worried about these soccer moms. They're the ones that watch Dr. Phil. And guess what Dr. Phil did a poll? They said, oh, we are going to vote for, yes, 92% said, yeah, well, we don't consider voting for the convicted felon, because they see the bullshit, Kelly. It's not even about, oh, uh, well, did he commit the crime or is he a felon? No, we saw the bullshit. They saw the bullshit. They're not dumb. Nobody's dumb. Nobody is dumb. The black people aren't dumb. Black men aren't dumb. The white women aren't dumb. Whether you be a white woman from the hood or a soccer mom white woman, we are not dumb. American people are not dumb. We saw clearly this whole case, which now I'm understanding. It was some type of, the charge was actually, it was not the cover up. It was, the charge was falsifying documents. That was the charge, Kelly. The charge was, what's up, Mac? What's going on, Mac? Falsifying documents. That was the charge. So now I clearly because I didn't understand the charge, because Kelly asked me yesterday, well, what's the charge? And I was like, hush money payment? And that didn't make no sense. So after the show, after I got off with Kelly and Josh, I went up to look up, and then it was like, actually, it's falsifying documents. Which Judge Joe Brown explained that shit, and he was like, no, 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 that didn't make. I mean, so again, um, as far as the verdict, oh, sorry, bro, I don't know what you're doing. You stuck? Um, as far as what they're saying, they're trying to put. I guess they're saying that charge carries being that Trump is a first-time convicted felon, blah, 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 that carries house arrest. This is what I'm hearing. This is what Judge Joe Brown says. But we are dealing with a judge who is corrupt. So if he goes by the guidelines, then yeah, okay, they would have to give him house arrest. But Trump can as automatic. I say that to say this. I think the house arrest would be a tactic so that he does not campaign. At this point, Trump would definitely not agree with me. And Trump is not that Trump would even want to do this, but at this point, Trump is so far ahead, he wouldn't even have to campaign. The dummies don't even realize, when I say the dummies, I'm talking about the Democrats and the people persecuting Trump. They don't realize you were giving him fair e-time. Like the whole time, what's on TV? Trump trial, Stormy Daniels, Michael Cohen, goddamn Robert De Niro. You gave him all the campaigning he needs. All they did, Kelly, and you tell me if I'm lying, because I've heard people like Josh and Mo and even Kelly herself say, if you look at the Trump rallies, oh, they're all the same. Well, these Trump trials added a whole different flavor, didn't it? These interviews that Trump are doing, even though, yeah, he's kind of campaigning saying the same thing, it's adding a whole different flavor. So now you got people like me that will watch all his rallies, and then you got people who just want to tune in to the interviews. Like I said, a lot of people are going to tune in to Dr. Phil. That broke the internet. Again, no disrespect to Dr. Phil, but wait until Donald Trump does the Joe Rogan interview. Wait until he does a Joe Rogan interview. Because, again, Dr. Phil is he's more corporate, whereas Joe Rogan's more laid back. And I think we're going to get a different type of Trump. Like I said, Trump, when he interviewed with Dr. Phil, he had to have a certain type of decorum. But with Joe Rogan, Trump can kind of kick up his feet and relax more, loosen his tie and just kind of do Trump. Because no matter what kind of interview you do with Trump, the dude is a natural. Like, Trump is a natural, man. He's just gonna naturally, he says what he says. And, Kelly says something very significant. Like, as long as Trump believes in his mind he didn't do nothing wrong, then how can you find this man guilty? But it's not even about finding him guilty. It's about taking him off the campaign trail, which that backfired because these court cases get more publicity than anything. Trump, I'm going to say this in closing. Trump is the most popular human being on the planet. Let that sink in. Trump is the most popular man on the planet. He brings ratings. He brings a certain energy. He brings a certain, he's just, man. So even when they say, man, when you go to a Trump rally, and I can say this because I went to a Trump rally here in Georgia, and it's like, shout out to Marjorie Taylor Greene because she's a rock star too. It's like when you go into a Trump rally, again, I'm going to say this, it's like going to a rock concert. When you go to a Trump rally, it's like going to a rock concert. It is. And I've been to the Monsters of Rock. I've been to like the Metallica shows when they were affordable. I can't afford that shit no more. But y'all see my page where I go to concerts. Man, let me tell you, going to a Trump, fuck you. Fuck on with that shit. Going to a Trump rally is like going to a rock concert. It is. It's exciting. The energy, I can't even explain it. If Trump come back here again, I'm not going to miss. As long as he's close by. Again, Rome, Georgia was not close. It was close, but it's only an hour away, but take traffic. I got home late, and If I leave out of there at a certain time and have my coffee, man, it could be, y'all know I don't like to drive for long periods of time without coffee. And even when I have coffee in my system, set time where the coffee starts to wear off. So yeah, I'm a safe driver and I have to be well awoke. But Athens, let me tell you, that was I keep saying Athens, Rome, Georgia was a drive. It felt like forever because I'm not familiar with a lot of the roads around there, so it felt like a really long drive. And I didn't make it home until about 11 that night. The Trump rally ended, uh, was it 8 o'clock? Or was it 9 o'clock? I think it was 9 o'clock when it ended, and I didn't get home till 11. So yeah, there you go. But let me tell y'all, what's up, Aaron? What's going on? What's going on, Mac? Are you cash me outside type? Cash me outside. What? Oh, what the hell, Mac talking about? Shout out to Mac. Oh shit! Shout out to Mac, man. Trump will win. I'm not even worried even more. Yeah, I'm in the same vein, Mac. I don't, man. Trump is so far ahead, even in the popular vote. We're not even mentioning the swing states. So, but I get it, Mac. People like Kelly and everybody have concerns about cheating. Again, Georgia's not in play. I believe Georgia wasn't made. I think if Georgia wasn't in play in 2020, that whole fiasco wouldn't have went down like that. So that's just my take. So going forward, Georgia's not in play. So that's why I can say in confidence that yeah, Trump is going to win because Georgia's definitely not going to be in play. Georgia's getting, that Georgia's going to go for Trump. Virginia, they're saying Virginia's going to go for Trump. I think Virginia's going to go for Trump. Um, Georgia's definitely going to go for Trump. And I think Pennsylvania, again, I've said this before, Trump doesn't need Pennsylvania to win, but if Trump wins Pennsylvania, it's over with. It's over with. And but it's funny because Pennsylvania is one of the last states that they call. So I mean, yeah. If he loses Pennsylvania, if Biden if Biden loses Pennsylvania, it's over. But he doesn't. Pennsylvania is an early prediction that Trump's going to win, but Trump doesn't need Pennsylvania to win. If that does that make sense to y'all? Like Biden needed Georgia to cheat. I really believe if they wouldn't have goddamn cheated in Georgia, it was a blue state, and they took that blue state. That was part of their plan. But I don't think now will they try to take a state like Texas? Well, let's look up Texas. Let's look up Texas because they were trying to turn Texas blue into a blue state. I don't think so. I don't think Georgia and I don't think Texas. First of all, Texas has the most conservative black people next to Georgia. So I don't think, and they got the most conservative Hispanics. So the Hispanics and blacks are not going to let Biden win Texas. So I don't think so. So Biden coming along trying to flip a red state is not going to happen. Biden is going to have to maintain the blue states. Again, Virginia, okay, I guess Virginia is a swing state. I don't know. What they call swing states, you know, I'm finding out Reagan flipped a lot of states that are blue that used to be blue. So will Trump break Ronald Reagan's record? I think he will. I think he will. I think Trump is a more popular president than Ronald Reagan. Let me say that again. I think Trump is a more popular president than Ronald Reagan. I think Trump is a greater president than. See, I can say this because I've studied presidents. I've studied most of the presidents. Out of 50 presidents, I've maybe studied. I'm sorry, I said 50. Out of 40 some presidents, I might have studied about maybe 30, 35, 36, 38 presidents. And let me tell you, Trump is the greatest president from what I read. Like I said, greater than Lincoln, greater than definitely Woodrow Wilson, greater than Ronald Reagan, greater than Kennedy. Uh, he's definitely the greatest Republican president. Nixon, LBJ, uh, William McKinley, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, uh, Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, uh, Zachary Taylor. Yeah, Trump has been greater than all of them because not only, like I said, you got to take in consideration of not only domestic but foreign policy. And him coming right after Biden, especially on foreign policy, man, makes Trump look absolutely great. Oh my God, it makes Trump look great, man. Especially, the Afghan pullout. Like I said, if you are a voter who is into foreign policy, that Afghan pullout that Biden did is the worst of all time. Like, it don't get no worse than it. And nobody's talking about in the mainstream media the hostage situation. Like, Jimmy Carter's hostage situation in 1972 is nothing compared to the hostages that are being held now with the whole Gaza Israel situation. Like, the media is not, they're trying to damn this. I mean, hell, they're doing it. They're burying it. They're not talking about the hostages being held. The hostages that have been killed over in the Gaza Israel situation. They're not talking about that. But I think they're not talking about that because of the safety concerns. If people found out how many people are being, American citizens being killed over in Gaza, they know heads would roll over here. These Palestinian protesters wouldn't be doing what they're doing if they knew, if Americans knew what was going on in Gaza with American hostages, these Palestinians would not be doing what they're doing. The media is protecting the Palestinian hostages right now as we speak because if you or I, that being you, Kelly, you, Josh, I'm talking about my black people, my white people, I'm talking about my Americans. If we found, hell, my Hispanic Americans, if we found out, if they really said, I know what's going on, but if they all knew what I knew what they're doing to those hostages, there would be no Palestinian protests nowhere because they'd be too scared. Y'all think about that. Y'all think about that. I'm gonna close it out, man. Let me give a shout out, Aaron. Let me give a shout out to Aaron. Let me give a shout out to Mac. Let's see. Let's see. I like your style, but I'm pessimist and I've served me when holding back my hopes. Oh, I mean, are you talking about in regards to the voting? If you saw things in place here in Georgia, um, let me just say it's a big deterrent for anybody wanting to cheat. So again, all I'm saying is I hope other states put in the same type of deterrence we're putting in for the 2024 election. So um, I know you're pessimistic, but when I seen the safeguards they're putting in place, I'm like, I don't want to be the person who gets caught because not only they're going to be functioning cameras, there's going to be armed guards and militia everywhere, ready to deal with some shenanigans here in Georgia. So I'm gonna leave it at that. All I'm gonna say is, I hope nobody does anything stupid in 2024. That's all I'm saying. Here in Georgia, I hope nobody does nothing stupid here in Georgia. I'm gonna leave it at that. Not sure. Sir, I don't think these people care about hostages or anybody but themselves. Not sure. The only reason why I'm not going to even go there. I'm going to just leave it alone. Let me just say the media is not talking about the hostages. If you did, I don't think these Palestinians would be protesting. Because when you see people like me and you being held hostage and being killed, that invokes a certain type of emotion. And they talk about Trump wanting revenge. If I see somebody like me getting killed, I'm gonna want revenge. If I see an American, period, I don't care if it's a white person or black person getting killed, I'm gonna want some retribution. We're not talking about how many Americans are over in Israel. So when they kidnap a person, they take the whitest or they take the most American looking person, and they've done that. And so that's all I'm saying is that they don't tell you for a reason. So I hear what you're saying. I disagree with that. I think Americans are very capable of putting the hurting on people, and we still have that. A lot of us don't mess around. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want YouTube to damn mess with the algorithms of the video. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Awesome. Drive safe. Have a blessed day. You too, brother. You too. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to Not Sure. She'll show you her goods for couch cushion money. Do you remember the young ghetto white chick on Dr. Phil? She became famous. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Let me get going. Shout out to everybody, man. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here, man. Y'all look up that video, Black Panther member. I posted it. You know what I'm saying? And this is the old Black Panther. It's not the new Black Panther Party. This is the last of the original Black Panther Party. And he said, yeah, Trump supported us all the time. So um, I hope that ends the whole Trump is racist narrative because I'm sick of hearing about the damn, oh, Trump is a racist. I'm sick of hearing I am being convicted felon. It's not working. Next. Next. Damn, at least come with something new, y'all. Come with something new. Because I guess there's nothing else new. Y'all ain't got nothing to fall back on. Oh, he's a racist, he's a convicted felon. It's not working. So, Jim Crow, Jim Crow, Jim Crow, Jim Crow. Jim Crow, Mr. Al Sharpton. Jim Crow, Joy Reid. Jim Crow, Jim Crow. There, I said it more than damn Byron Donald said it. Jim Crow. Jim Crow, Jim Crow, Jim Crow, Jim Crow, Jim Crow. Jim Crow. So anywho, I'm out of here, y'all. With that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace. Oh, you something like thanks, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Not sure, man. There's your receipt, man. Just gave you a receipt for subbing, man. With that being said, man, we out, y'all. Peace. Thanks, Mac.